So DDL completed, DML completed, and TCL also we have discussed yesterday. Commit and rollback. About commit and rollback. So there is a save point which has to be discussed in advanced section. Even we can discuss about rollback and commit and save point again in advanced section. Okay. So in DML we are left merge and insert all statement. Here save point. Save point. So today we can discuss the DQL and DCL also we can discuss in advanced section where you can get after you get some knowledge on SQL we can discuss on this grant and revoke perspective. Okay, so this DCL will be discussed in advanced concept. So DQL or DRL both are same data query language or data retrieval language. So to retrieve the data or to query the data, to fetch the data, to read the data, everything is the same. So by using SQL statement, we can perform all those actions. Using SQL statement, we can perform all those things. Okay. Next, so DURL or DQL, DRL or DQL. DRL, DQL. So data retrieval language or data query language. So to retrieve the data, we have a select command. We have only one command to fetch the data or to retrieve the data, to read the data, to query the data. Query the data from the database. We have only one command called select statement. Select statement. Is my voice is clear, guys? Can you hear me? Is it loudy?
Yes, it is clear.
Yeah. Okay. So, Sai, do you have any prior knowledge on SQL, like basic knowledge?
Yes, I had a knowledge on SQL sequence.
Yeah. Okay then. So, yes, there is a select command. This command is used to retrieve the data from the table or view or synonym and so on. So to retrieve the data from any database, we have to use the select command. The syntax for the select command is select column 1, column 2 and so on, list of columns. How many columns you need to retrieve the data. Next from class, table name. Next where class, then condition, then group by class, then column name, then having class, then condition, then order by class, then ascending or descending. So when I keep this bracket, it means it is a optional as we discussed in previously. So it's a optional in any programming language. Any programming language. So this is the hierarchy for SQL statement. So we must follow the same order. So for example, select you have written, then where you have written, then you try to perform the from class. Then it cannot accept it because you must have to follow the same order. You must have to follow the same order. Select list of columns from table name, where condition, group by class, having class, order by class. Order by class. So retrieving the data from all columns. Retrieving the data from all columns. Yesterday I said we can indicate star to retrieve the data from all columns in any database. In all columns in any database. So let us see how it's. So I'm connecting to my database using my username. So username is also called as a schema. So let me show you. So select star from EMP. So I wanted to retrieve the data from empty table for all columns which are belongs to the employee table. See, you can check the table structure, can describe the table. See, these all are the columns are available in the employee table. To describe the table or to check the table structure, we have a command called DESC, employee. This is the structure of table. So we are having all these columns. So when you put star, when you indicate the star, Oracle server or SQL server retrieve the data from all columns, all columns. The same way for you can check another table. Select star from shall grade. See, all columns data we fetched. All columns. So if you want to fetch the data, to retrieve the data from all columns, total whole all columns, you need to indicate the star, then only SQL server understand that I have to fetch the data from table, all columns which are available in the table. Next, to retrieve the data from specific columns. So your requirement is I doesn't required all these columns. So my question is, write a SQL statement to retrieve the employee details and employee job and salary details. Employee, job, and salary details. So I'm asking employee and job and salary only. So by the time, based on the type of requirement, you need to use, based on the type of requirement, you need to use specific columns, because I means the requirement is write a SQL statements to fetch the employee details, employee name, employee salary, and employee job. So there we are indicating some specific fields, right? Based on the requirement, you need to understand what fields required. For example, I just put e-name, then job, then salary. These only they have asked, right? From employee table. So now my question is, employee can have same name. For example, my name is Venkat. And is there any chance another employee also same name, guys? If you take any college days, school days, is the same name people can have more than one in any one class or school. Is it possible? Can we have or not, guys?
Yes, sir, we can have.
We can have, right? So by the time, how we can identify who is that guy who is, for example, same name Smith, one guy is there here. Same name Smith is there. Let me update that record. Update EMP set. So yesterday we discussed, guys. Update table name set. So new column is e name. Column is e name. Value is, so I will give Smith. Where where e name, we can discuss this null later. So just to use, here I am updating record, wherever null is there I am updating Smith. We can discuss null clearly in the null if NVL functions there. See, one row is updated, so here only one null is there in the employee table. Now you can fetch the same record, same data. See, now we have two Smiths. So can we identify who is that Smith? It's not possible, right? So we have to indicate in college date either roll name or all ticket number, something else. Exam perspective. In our organization level, there will be some unique ID for every employee. When it comes to employee, employee ID. When it comes to student, student ID. When it comes to product, product ID. Like that. So, to identify who is that Smith, who is that another Smith, we have to include EMP number. So this is the final output, final query. So unique identify, how we can identify uniquely based on the CRC. Now I can identify this 800 salary Smith is 7369 employee. This 3000 Smith employee is 100 employee, 100 number employee. So is it, can we identify like that, guys? So now if they ask write a SQL statement, employee details, employee name, salary and job. So you have to include employee number as well to identify the employees. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Next. If you are not speaking, please go on mute. Notepad. So the syntax of select statement is, select star, then flower bracket, next this bracket, half bracket. So here distinct, or unique, distinct or unique. Next column or expression. So if you require, you can put alias. That's not a mandatory. That's the reason I'm asking. That's the reason I am putting this alias name within this bracket. This is not mandatory, and so on. Then from class, then table name remaining class will come. So the select statement is select star. So you can use either unique or distinct, both are same. So unique and distinct, unique and distinct. These commands are, these are the two operators. One is distinct operator, another one is the unique operator. Both functionality is the same. So to identify the record uniquely, we can use distinct or unique operators. Then column, then expression, column or expression. So we can use expressions also. I will let you know when it comes to expression. Then we can use alias names also. We have separate topic alias. Then we can discuss there. Okay. Now I just will let you know the distinct operator perspective. For example, select distinct ename from EMB. The total 15 rows is there, right? Total 15 rows. That means 15 employee names are there. Why we have received only 14, guys? Why you have received 14? We should have 15, right?
One Malayalam job.
No. Please go on. So it's a not null. Distinct is.
So we use the distinct now, so Smith won't repeat twice.
Yes.
So
yes.
it will come only once.
Yes, very good. So Smith is having 2 times, so it will come only once. So you have used the distinct operator. Either you can use unique. So those are the operators to identify the records uniquely. So now we are identify the records uniquely, right? So there is no repeat names, any repeat names. So we can discuss there in clearly in operator section if you need. Okay, so now select star from bonus. Select star from bonus. No bonus. Select star from shall grade. So we have three columns. So if you need specific columns, for example, you need only grade, high shall and low shall, only low shall. So you need to mention those columns only, whatever you require. Whatever you require, you can mention those columns only. Low shall from shall grade. Clear? Shall grade, low shall. So if you need specific columns to retrieve the data, you can mention list of columns. This is called list of columns. What and all list of columns you require, you can mention here. Else, if you need to retrieve the data from all columns, you can indicate with the star. Okay. Now there is just a small. This one is not required. If you want to new, for example, here if it is less number of rows, by the time it cannot give any feedback. This is called feedback. So here more number of rows, it is returning 14 rows are there. So here we can easily read the count how many rows. That's the reason it is not giving. So this in this case also you don't need to get any feedback. In this case also you don't want to get any feedback, then we can use feedback off also. See, for example, we can off the feedback also by using feedback off command. By using feedback off command. See, now total it is telling 15 rows are there. I don't want to get this feedback, so we can use set feedback off. Feedback off. Now you can execute the same statement. See, previously without the feedback of command, previously 15 rows it is showing. Now are we getting any feedback after executing the command? How many rows are there? No, right? So we are not getting any feedback. The same way, I don't want to get these column names also. Only data I need to display. So by that time you can set a column heading. Set heading. That is called column heading. So set heading off. Set heading off. Now you can see previously we used to get the column names. After set the column heading off, are we getting any column names? No. But this is not meaningful data. This is called, we doesn't know what is 800 indicates, what is this 20 indicates, what is this 7902 indicates. So we doesn't know, right? What is that? This is called metadata. We have discussed in our first class metadata. So when we have that metadata or column names, then only there is a meaning for this below data. So to get again, you need to give column heading on, set feedback on. Now you can execute. See, both you will get it. See, sorry, both feedback only I mentioned, column heading on. See, now you will get the columns and feedback also. Clear? I on the again both. That is not required, just I explain the topic. This is only to off the column headings. So you don't want to see the column headings, set column heading. To display the column headings, column heading on. To hide the feedback, you don't want to get the feedback message. then off. If you want to get, then you can use heading on. Clear, guys?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Now I just want to explain before going to the operators. Operators. I just want to explain. Select or from EMP we have done. So how it is going to get the data from database? How the execution process? It outside no one explain this one, but when you knew this one, then only you are having grip on that. Then only you are having grip on that. Let me ping you. Select. We can indicate like this, guys. Select columns, list of columns. So like that we will write query always. Like this we will query always. We will write it. First select list of columns, then ename, then from class, then where class, like that. Okay. So now select emp number comma ename comma shall from class, from employee table. Okay. So the execution of statement, how it is executing and getting the data. The execution of statement is, okay, the execution of statement is first it will execute the select and from class. First it will execute the select and from class. How the query will execute, guys? From right to left. The query will execute from right to left. 1 second, guys. Hello. 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 Hello, ma. మా నేను క్లాస్లో ఉన్న తర్వాత మాట్లాడతా. క్లాస్లో ఉన్న తర్వాత మాట్లాడతా అంటున్నా. Sorry, guys, I got some important. So the execution, first it will execute, it will check syntax perspective whether select and from class is there or not. First it will check. I will show you practical also. You may ask, right, how can I believe you? It is executing first this one only. First it will execute. Next it will check the table name, whether the correct table we mentioned or not. The table name you mentioned correct or not. Next it will check the column names, whether the column names are correct or not. ఇట్లు హలో హలో చెప్పమా చెప్పుమా అంటే సరే నేను క్లాసులో ఉండా ఎట్లన్నా చావండి. ఈసారి చచ్చిపోయి నాకు ఫోన్ చేయొద్దు. మందు కొడతాను, బొచ్చు కొడతాను, సావమను. So the first it will check the select and from select statement and from keyword from class. Next it will check the employee table name correct or not. Next it will check these columns are there within this employee table or not. The way of execution, let me show you. So for example, I write first I don't follow the select first. I write SQL first. See, observe here. Employee number from keyword first. E-name, then salary. Then E-name, salary. then select emp. See, unknown command being from emp number, rest of is ignored. So the command is unknown, from is starting. The command is unknown, from is starting. The command is unknown, from is starting. So for example, I will put like this: select emp number, ename, shall, from. So even though if it is wrong, see, shall is SAL, right? Just I will put SL. FRM, then employee. See what it is telling first: select employee. So select is wrong. So when I make it select is correct. Select emp number, ename, then SL, then FRM, then EMP. See first where it is telling from keyword not found where expected. Here it is expecting the from keyword, but from keyword is not found. So first is it has checked the select command. When it is corrected, then it has checking the from. So let me do the from also. Select emp number, ename, SL. From correct I am mentioning. Table name I am mentioning wrong. So first it will check the select and from, right. Next table. See, table or view does not exist. The mentioned table is not available in the database. So where it is checking second employee, this table name, whether the mentioned table is there or not. Let me do the table also correct. Name SL from EMP. See next where it is telling invalid identifier. So identifier or attribute or column, both are same. If you call it as identifier, if it is calling as column, if it is call it as identifier, if it is call it as column, if it is call it as attribute, everything is the same. Okay, so now where it is checking list of column names, it is checking. Clear guys? The execution, what I said, first it will check the select from, next it will check the table name whether it is correct or not, the mentioned table is available there in the database or not. Next it will check the list of these columns whether the column names are correct or not. Let me correct the column name. Column name is SAL. Sorry, column name is SAL. See now it is getting the data. Clear guys? Now you know, right, how the query is executing in the SQL server. It executing the database server, executing these statements. How it will check each and every keywords and commands, columns, table names, everything. Did you understand how it will check?
Yeah.
Okay. Next. So next we can go into the operators, guys. So before that, just there is a where class. There is a where class, right? So just I will explain for just 2-3 minutes, but we can discuss again the separate concept of where class. So the why I am explaining now, the order I explained, right, execution process. So if it is having the where class, how it will execute, that's I will explain you. Just what is the where class, guys? Where class is used to filter the records within the result set. Where class is used to filter the data within the result set. For example, you can take one institution in any college or any this one classes or anything, any college or school. The 10th class students are, or else the intermediate batch is there. So the total intermediate first year students are around 360. Within that, A section is there, B section is there, C section is there, and D section is there. So all are there in the ground now. All are there in the ground. Total 360 students. 360 students. Now your requirement is you need to separate only B section people among them. Among them. So what you will tell them? Please come up. Please comes aside. Who and all in the who and all belongs to the B section. Am I right or not? How we can separate them? B section and remaining sections all one group. B section is one group and remaining all sections is one group. How we can separate them, guys? By call it as a their section name. Guys, please separate. B section is one group and ABC is one group. Am I right or not? Am I right, guys?
Yes, sir.
So the same way, please give on mute if you are not speaking. So among the result set, so there are among the people we separated. So we have filter the students by using their batch name. Their batch name. The same way we have where class in SQL to filter the records. We have a having class also that we can discuss later. Where class to filter the results among the result set. Among the result set. For example, select star from EMP. Here 20th department is there, 30th department is there, 10th department is there. This is the whole result set. Whole result set. But now your requirement is fetch the only 10th department details. Write a SQL statement to fetch the data or to retrieve the data only 10th department among the result set. So by using which command we can filter the data, guys? Where class. So the where class is used to filter the records among the result set within a result set. How we can separate using their batch name in college days to separate one group. The same way we can to filter the data in SQL we have where class. Now you can see select star from EMP where from what we are telling I need only 10th department, so you need to take the department name where you have to filter in the department name column. So DEPT number by using the department 10. So to execute that you need to use the delimiter, then execute. See, now you got only 10th department details. If you need to get 20th department, only 20th it will come. So how the execution is going on here? How the execution is going on here? How the execution is going on and fetching only that result. This is the employee table. So what we have written, select star from EMP where DEPT number, or else wait guys. See, this is the see, this is the result set. This is the result set. Right. So what you have mentioned, select star from EMP, where select star from EMP, where DEPT number equal to 10. How it will search, how it will filter the data, how it will filter the data. So where DEPT number equal to 10. So by using DEPT number column, it has to, by using DEPT number column, it has to, okay, by using DEPT number column, it has to search where DEPT number equal to 10. First record what guys? 20 equal to 10. Is it true or false? 20 equal to 10, is it true or false?
False.
False. False. Next 30 equal to 10. Please go on mute if you are not speaking.
False. False.
False. 30 equal to 10. False. 20 equal to 10. False. False. So 30 equal to 10. False. 30 equal to 10. False. 10 equal to 10. Condition true. So once condition true, then the SQL server, it will fetch this record, it will capture this record, and it will go and store into the SQL buffer, one row. This will fetch, this will capture this record, and it will go and store into the SQL buffer. SQL buffer. So next, once it will go and fetch the data into the SQL buffer, first it is having one record. Again it will come. It has to check all right. 20 equal to 10, false. 10 equal to 10, true. Again it will capture this whole record and it will go and paste into the buffer. So two records. Next again it will come, false, 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 true. Again it will capture this record and it will go and paste into the buffer. Total how many records? True guys? 3 records. So the all 3 records which are stored in the buffer, then it will go and display in the client, our client. Clear, right? How the search is done, where class, how the filter is done. Clear?
Yes, sir. Yes.
So now here we have discussed about the only values in columns filter. We discussed. We can discuss literal arithmetic operation filters, functions in later when we get the where class. When we get the where class concept, we can discuss. Okay? Now we move to the operators. So operators in our Oracle, in our SQL, there are 4 types of operators we have. 4 types of operators we have. 4 types of operators we have. One is arithmetic operator. One is arithmetic operator. Another one is comparison or relational operator. So in school days we have learned everything these operators guys. Arithmetic operators, comparison relational operators we discussed in our mathematics. Next logical operators. Next special operators. So we can discuss one by one. We can discuss one by one. Okay. Now we can discuss first one, arithmetic operators. Arithmetic operators. So arithmetic operators. So what are the arithmetic operators? Within the arithmetic operators, we have multiplication, we have addition, we have subtraction, we have division. Division. We have division. We have arithmetic operators. We have subtraction, addition, multiplication, division. These all operations we can perform in our SQL. How we can perform? So arithmetic operators is used in number and date data type columns only. Number and date data type columns only. What type of columns? If you take an employee table, to check the columns types, what command we have to use, guys? The column is having which data type, this column is which data type, what we have to check to know that one? Here employee is having number data type, e-name is having string data type, job is string, date is having date data type. How we need to get it those things?
Describe table.
Yes, very good.
Yes,
So we have to check the table architecture, table structure. So we can describe the table. So employee number is number data type. E-name is varchar2 or character data type, that is called string. Again, date is date data type. Salary and columns are number data types. So now I mentioned only number and date data type columns only. So we can perform the arithmetic operators number and date data type columns only. Why I didn't mention character, or character data type columns? Why I didn't mention? Is there any reason? Any reason, guys?
You can't combine numerical data and string.
Yes, very good. So let me show you. Let me show you. Please go on mute. See the execution process, guys. First it will take select from class, then table name, then select list. Select list in the sense we can call it all columns as select list. Now, for example, Venky plus SQL. Can we do it this one? Can we get the result like this? Is it work, guys? Venky plus SQL.
No, no great one.
So it's not possible. It's not possible. Please go on. So, for example, string plus string, we cannot do it. String with string, plus or minus or division or into anything is not performed. Not possible. String with string or character with character, we cannot perform any addition or subtraction or division or multiplication. Now clear. Next is Venki plus 200. So can we get like this? It's not possible. I will show you practically. It's not possible again. We cannot addition the string and numeric data. So again, addition, subtraction, anything, string with numer. This is called string with string. String with string. So not at all possible anything. String with number, I mean numeric data. String with numeric data. String with numeric values, not at all possible. So what we can possible? Number with number and date with date Date with date. Again, date with number also possible. Date with number also possible. Date with number also possible. These three ways only it's possible. Okay. So number with number, numeric data with numeric data, and numeric data with numeric data, date with date, date with number. That is the reason I mentioned only we can perform arithmetic operators on number and date data type columns only. Let me show you practically. So select Venky plus SQL from dual. Invalid identifier. Identifier in the sense column or column or expression also it will come. So invalid identifier. The column is invalid. What is dual table, guys? Dual table is a dummy table which is having one row and column. This is one row and one column. If you mention anything with the dual, that will come the same. For example, this date. For example, like this, if I put from dual, where this is invalid identifier. Uh, this date. See, yesterday we discussed, right? What is this day? This date. This date is a date function which will return current date and time. What is the system date and time today? System date is 5th May. So it has written 5th May. So we can discuss this one deeply in the date functions. But you just remember sysdate is a date function which return current date and time, or else system date and time. What is the system date and time? Today system date is 5th May. If it is system date tomorrow, it will get changed, right? Then it will display tomorrow's date. For example, if we change the system date last 1 year back, some April 1st 2021, that will display the same. So based on the system date, it will return the system date and time. So remember, sysdate is a date function. Sysc means system, then date. It will return system date and time. See, now it was not written the X or a D. So we mention select sysdate from DL. So it came the same sysdate. Then what is the sysdate function returns? System date and time. So it returns the system date. So dual is a dummy table which is having, it's very important, guys. In interview they will ask, what is the dual table? Dual table is the dummy table which is having one row and column. It will accept the values dynamically and it will return the based on the values you mentioned in the column list, the whatever that will return, that will display. That is what you have to explain them. I repeat again, dual is a dummy table which is having one row and column. If we use the dual table, it accepts the values dynamically based on the list of based on the values mentioned in the select list. It will return the same based on the select list column or expression returns the data, same data it will return it, same data it will return it. It's a dummy table which is having one column and row. That's it. Okay. So now Venky plus SQL, is it possible, guys? Character? No, it's not possible. Now you can see Venky plus 10. So string with numeric, string with state, string with date also not possible. Not possible. That's the reason I mentioned clearly we can perform arithmetic operators in number and Date data type columns only. Date data type columns only. Okay. Now we can see with the number data type, for example. First select first select select 100 plus 200 from dual. See, number with number is possible, guys. Can we perform the arithmetic operation?
Sir.
Yes. For example, what is sysdate will get written, guys? It will return the current, system date and time. For example, if I perform, see it will return the date. It is a date. So I'm using date plus numeric. You can see it will work. It will return the next 10 days date. See, today is the 5th. Next 10 days. It will add 10 days to the current system date. So 5 today is 5th. 5th plus 10, 15th. So 15th May. So we can perform the arithmetic operators in the number with number, and we can perform the arithmetic operation date plus number. It is not for all cases. I will let you know which case it will work and which case it's not work. So first we will see the number perspective. So we'll go to write straight away to write the scenarios. Write a query to display annual salary of the employees. How we can decide the annual salary for any employee, guys? Or else first one thing, select e-name. My requirement is I need to give 100 rupees extra for each employee. How we can give 100 rupees extra for each employee?
Select ename, salary plus 100.
So we can define how we can define for any employee, we can define the salary. So to give extra salary means we have to add 10 rupees 100 rupees extra into the salary. So emp number comma ename comma salary comma sal plus 100 from emp. Here you no need to mention the salary. For understanding purpose, whether it is adding 100 or not, so I mentioned this one. See, previously it was 800. After giving 100 rupees extra hike to the employee, then it is become 900. 16 plus 700. That, see how the numeric is working. So salary is having numeric data. So numeric data plus 100. So you don't think it is a string, guys. It is a column or identifier or attribute. This is a column. It will check the column data, not whatever you mention the string here. It is a column. 800 plus 100. It will do. Plus clear. For example, I want to give 1000 rupees extra. 1000. If I want to give minus 1000 rupees, see minus 200, 600, it will come. Clear? For example, if I want to do 2, see 800 into twice, 1600. Now my question is, write a SQL statement to display the annual salary of the employees. How we can define the annual salary of the employees, guys?
Salary into 12.
Yeah, it's the same, right? For month salary is this one. Please go on mute. This is the month salary. So annual means we have to do the multiplication with twice. Annual means 12 months. So for every month he is getting salary. So salary into 12 months is the annual salary. See, annual salary. Clear? Now my question is, I wanted to give bonus 500 rupees on annual salary. I wanted to give bonus for 500 rupees annual wise, year wise. So in organization we get hikes, right? If you are working, you understood. So end of the year we will get the hikes or bonus. So I wanted to give the bonus 500 rupees for every employees annual wise. How we can give?
Salary into 12 plus 500.
Yes. So this is the salary 500. Now you need to understand this one, okay? So now we have given the on annual salary 500 rupees extra bonus. Next question. Here is the more important one. Observe. I wanted to give 100 rupees as a incentive or else 200 rupees as a incentive for every employee month wise. Then I have to find out the annual salary for that employee. Clear? First one, I wanted to give the incentives for every employee 200 rupees extra for month wise. For every month, I wanted to give the 200 rupees incentive and I wanted to find out the total annual salary along with the incentives.
Salary plus 200 into 12.
Salary plus 200 into, is it correct, guys? Let me tell you. Salary plus 200, how much, guys? It will become, if it is salary plus 200 for every month, 1000 rupees. 1000 into 12 for annual wise, 12,000 it has to come, right? 12,000 it has to come. But here we are getting only 3,200. So the calculation is wrong. The arithmetic operation is wrong. Why?
Salary plus 200 bracket into 12.
Yes. Why we have to use the bracket? Correct. Whatever you said, it's
To separate the salary plus 1000, it's monthly salary.
so
Separate.
you need to please go on mute. If you once you speak, you please go on mute. From your side only noise is coming. Other side is noise is not coming. Don't know why. See here, why we need
First
to
bracket and then
yeah. Here 12 salary plus 200. So why I use the bracket here? I am doing. I need to give 200 rupees incentive for month wise. So month salary plus 200, then annual wise. This is called operator precedence. Operator precedence. For every calculation, how it will follows, why here result set is came wrong, you know. For every calculation, it will follow the BODMAS rule for all arithmetic operators. BODMAS rule. In school days, we have written in school days we knew, right, what is BODMAS rule in school days. So based on the BODMAS rule, arithmetic operations will perform. So first, based on the BODMAS rule, it will perform, right? BODMAS rule is first it will perform the bracket, next
Brackets.
half, next division, next multiplication, next addition, next subtraction. Okay, so when it is comes to this calculation, there is no bracket, there is no half, there is no division. Next, first there is no bracket, there is no half, there is no division. Next, it has to perform multiplication. So first it will perform multiplication with this next value. So 12 2000 12 jars, how much guys? 212 jar. 12 into 200 is 2400.
2400.
Yeah, 2400. 2400 plus 800, 3200. The system has calculated correct only, but our requirement, based on our requirement, value is not came. So to overcome this problem, we have to make it that one as separate bracket, because we are not giving the 200 rupees extra annual wise. We are giving the 200 rupees incentive for month wise. So you have to separate that month wise with the bracket or half. So first what it will perform in that case, in this case, first what it will perform, it will perform the bracket. Next half, nothing, division no. Next multiplication. See, 800, first it will perform, right, bracket. Within the bracket whatever there it will perform. 800 plus 200 is 1000. 1000 plus 1000 into 12 jar, 12,000. Clear guys? Clear Badmas rule? So operators of this sample priority are equivalent to the left to right. Operators. Operators is there, right? The sample priority. This one. It will perform the left to right calculation. So operator precedence can override by using parenthesis. This one call it as parenthesis, guys. This one call it as bracket. Either you can call it as half or bracket also fine. In mathematics we can call it this one is half, I think this one is the bracket. So like this, see, you have to overcome it. You have to overcome it. But my question is now, my here when I show you this one, so the report will display like this only. The report. Another people may doesn't not may they doesn't understand. Another people, they may not understand. For example, we don't mention salary column, guys, because we are telling we will give the 200 rupees extra for incentives for every month and annual salary. If I keep like this, they may doesn't understand about this. But the users, see, we have to fetch the report and we need to send the users, right? So once the users ran this one, they may doesn't understand this, what it has performed, what is 2000, what is 12,21670. So to make the easily understandable purpose, what is this one, guys? For example, what is this one? So what is this one? Annual salary, right? So to make easily understandable to the user, what we have to do? We have to replace here, in place of here, annual salary. Then we can easily understand. Okay, employee number, employee name. So display the annual salary of this Smith is 9,200. Like that, they can easily understand. So to replace this one, we have another concept called alias name. Another concept called alias name. How we can define the alias name? We can define the two ways. One is column level alias, another one is the table level alias. We can discuss table level alias in the joins, or we can discuss table level alias, joins or subqueries. There we can discuss, because this is more relevant to discuss in the advanced concept. Now we can discuss the column level alias. So column level alias, how we can declare? We can use two ways. See, like this: annual salary. Three ways we can put, guys. Annual within the double quotes. Within the double quotes is annual salary from MB. Now you see, another way is by using as keyword. Is it work? No. Why? Because when you as annual, if you put for this one, it will take this one only till space it will consider as it is another column. When you mention space here, as keyword will take it as till space, then it will mention another, it will treat it as another column. That's the reason from keyword not found where expected. In salary place it is expected in the from keyword. So to overcome that problem, either you can use like this, or else you can use underscore. Because in first day session, I think second day session table creation, I told we should not use hyphen as a column name or table name. We can use underscore. So to overcome this problem, when you mention the as, to overcome this problem, either you can combine, other you can put underscore. Next one is, next method, directly we can give like this. Hyphen I kept here. See, annual salary. Directly we can put. We no need to mention any as keyword, or we no need to mention any inverted commas, double inverted commas. Directly we can give it. So better if you put as keyword for understandable purpose, or else inverted commas. If you put as keyword, then another developer, for example, the project is not ramped down, right? It's a like continuous way. You stayed in 5 years in that company and you left from that company, and somebody came as a developer. You have developed the code. That another employee also should understand, right? Who is joined newly. When you mention more understandable, you must have to create the code always as a understandable purpose to everyone. Here we mention this one EMP number, but in real time it will be employee number. More understandable purpose, it will be we have to develop the code. I will show you in further sessions what is the real time codes, how we have to develop it. Okay, so three ways we can define the column alias. One is directly you can write the alias, one is you can mention the as keyword, another one is using inverted commas, the double inverted commas. If you want to give space in between the alias name, then you must use the single double inverted commas, then only it will treat it as one column alias name. Clear, guys? That's all for today's session. So is anyone joined today? We can discuss this one tomorrow, these questions and concatenation operators and what. Is anyone joined today newly, guys? Anyone joined newly today? If anyone,
Yes, Venkatesh.
yeah, If anyone is joined newly today, uh, so I am giving last 1 week onwards free classes, free classes. So because I don't want to ask the people to join directly and pay the money after the demo class, because in some institutes they will give demo class some expertise level. From next day onwards they won't give proper subject, so they will give just a demo and they will ask you to the enroll. You feel that demo is good, then next session is also good. Then by that time, so you can't understand, right? The explanation they are giving, the data, the subject they are giving, it's not useful for you if they are not giving any training proper way. That's the reason I am giving the 1 week free sessions to understand what is the subject level and what is the depth on the subject, whether my teaching skills are like able to understandable purpose for you or not. So today is the 7 days is completed. So I am planning to give one more extra session tomorrow. Eighth day session I am extending. So tomorrow one session I will give. From next day onwards, it will be a enrolled fee basis. Fee basis. The fee is SQL for 7K, already explained, and PLSQL is the 8K, guys. 8K. So this batch is I'm giving some discount as I have crossed 10 plus batches. So the discount, if you learn SQL from my institute and you need to learn PLSQL as well, PLSQL as well, then I will give PLSQL for a 5K only. So if you join both in my institute, 7K for SQL and PLSQL is the after discount 5K. Total is the 12K for both. Okay, SQL is 35 days, but last batch it has taken around 57 days. So it may increase another 5 days, guys. 35 to 40 days. 35 to 40 days. Every day 1 hour session. For every week, 1 day is the off. There are 7 days, right? Weekends we have Saturday, Sunday. So within Saturday and Sunday, we can take 1 day off based on the people enrolled, based on their confirmation, and based on their which day they need leave. Based on their prefer, we can take off. I don't have any problem. I can make be available myself based on your convenient. Okay. Another day, 1 day is off. For example, if you take Saturday off, Sunday is around 2:30 to 3 hours class, guys. 3 hours class. Within 3 hours, 2 hours is the main class, subject level class. 1 hour is 1 hour is daily we will give the assignments. The assignments will be discussing on the weekend class. That last 1 hour weekend, in weekend we can discuss the all assignments which we have given on total week, and we can discuss if you have any doubts on the total week while you are practicing. The for example, why I form this like this, within the 1 hour all weekend, all sessions, I mean all questions what we discussed in 1 hour class. So you, if for example today I have given some assignments, tomorrow if I explain that one, so it may extend some way, some another 20 minutes like that, and a class is only 40 minutes. So that's not good, topic not complete. So that's the reason you can practice, you can try to achieve that scenarios, and the weekend class I will explain you the answers for that, and doubts also we can discuss on that. Okay, within 3 hours we can have 15 minutes to 20 minutes break. 15 minutes maximum, 15 minutes, sometimes it may 20 minutes, maximum 15 minutes only. Okay, if anyone is joined newly today, these are my last all I pinged in Google Chat, guys. Check. These all my all open Google Chat. You will get to know. These are my all previous sessions links which are uploaded into the YouTube class. YouTube channel. So this is the channel URL. You can click on the channel URL, or else you can go through that class videos one by one. So if you like my subject, please subscribe and like to my channel and share it with others. If you like my content, else not required. That's all, guys. That is from my side. If you want to enroll, if you feel my subject is enough, whatever I'm explaining, you can contact me either WhatsApp or call. This is my number to enroll. If you feel you can enroll today, so tomorrow alone I can extend. Tomorrow we can discuss about the date and remaining date calculations, date with number and a date with the date arithmetic operations. If you want to decide after go through these classes, you can happily go through it and later you can decide. Clear, guys? That's all from my end. Is there any doubts on today class? I'm ready to take up if you have any doubts. Sekar, today no doubts.
I will check today. I will go through and ask you tomorrow.
Yeah, okay, fine.
Is it possible you can share the PowerPoint?
Sorry? PowerPoint presentation?
Yeah, is it possible if you can share that one in the chat?
No. It's not possible.
Okay.
So after you enrolled, you can get it if you need. But PPT I can't share it, but you can get it. I have written data, everything right here, everything. This one I will share it if you need. What is column? What is like material wise? If you need, I can share it. This one, examples, everything. PPT I can't share it.
Yes, I already enrolled with the Intuits. Do you know Pavan?
Sorry?
I'm already enrolled in the class.
No, you didn't reach me, right? If you want to enroll, you have to pay fee.
No, like I was enrolled through a company called Intuits. They're the one who sent me your link.
They are scammers, guys. Why you are enrolled there? I'm telling first day onwards, right? Did you pay any money there?
Yeah, it's a company here in the US. Like they're a staffing company. They're the one who put me into the class.
Then you fall under the scammers. They have simply they I doesn't know them also. I don't have any branches or anything, something else. First day onwards, I am telling you clearly. If you want to enroll, you can contact me this number, either in WhatsApp or call. Why you have paid without my confirmation? You should ask, right?
Venkat, I think he has not paid the money to the company. They might just recommended you, I think.
Oh, you haven't paid any money to there in US?
Yes, I paid them like it's $300 per class. Like they're a staffing company here in the US. I'm in the USA. They're in
Okay.
Atlanta, Georgia.
Okay, just Venkat,
Yeah.
ask him to send me his number so that I can talk to him and also follow up with the consultancy and just check with them for refund.
Yeah. Abdullah. Shekhar is
Yes, sir.
from USA only. He is staying in USA. Shekhar.
Okay.
So you can share your. I will give his number. You can ping me my number WhatsApp. So I will share his contact number to you. You can reach him and you can send the payment proof so that he will discuss with the consultancy and for refund purpose.
Okay. Sir, there you have mentioned your phone number wrong, sir. I mean, you have to mention 4 and
Sorry. This is correct one. So you can contact me. This is 799 700 4345. This is my WhatsApp number, or you can call me directly. Around you have paid 23,000 as a Indian INR, $300.
That's
Yeah.
lot.
25K is very huge amount, guys. I'm not collecting that much amount. So as you are in USA, that is less only for you as a dollar wise.
Okay.
Okay, you can contact me in